Hello everyone and welcome to an all new Geek World Order video. Randy here and I'm in the office. It's 2026 guys, we're in a new year. Hopefully new experiences. Things are looking good. I'm having a lot of hope for this upcoming year. And that's what I want to talk about. Because I know 2025, site-wise, content-wise, maybe wasn't the greatest year. I had to rely a lot on reviews. Wasn't able to do a lot of the convention content, the Disney content, the stuff that I like to do. That I really get a lot of fun out of. So, unfortunately, there were some issues that kind of kept me more home, especially, a couple of periods this year, but that's okay. 2026, we're hopefully going back to conventions, going back to the parks. I definitely want to get involved in those things. Get back involved in those things, so I'm very much looking forward to that. I know some of my medical issues kept me away from conventions. Breaking the hip earlier. Only going for like that first preview day of MegaCon. And then just kind of things through the summer, the recovery. Started to get back to things, but definitely missed a few things at the end of the year because of the more recent issues with my foot. But man, I think the next year's going to be a good year, though. Definitely want to get some things rolling with the site. A lot of my social medias are either near or over the 500 follower mark. TikTok and YouTube, kind of where I spend the most of the time, are very close. Like, I think less than 40 for the YouTube, less than 30 for TikTok. And then hopefully once we hit the 500 mark, those will both shoot up to 1,000. Instagram and Twitter, I think, are both in the 700 range. And I know I need to spend more time on those platforms, so hopefully I'll kind of figure out a schedule and get some content up there, get things interacting more. So definitely close to breaking some subscriber marks on all of those platforms. I think as far as the YouTube stuff goes, I'm gonna do some new things. I'm still gonna do more park and convention vlogging. Hopefully I won't have to rely on as many toy reviews to fill out my Friday videos, but hopefully the issues I've had are completely behind me and we're moving on. But I do want to do some other things. I want to do like more long form content. I watch a lot of Trek culture. I watch channels that do video essays, and I've got a couple of ideas. So I think I'm going to start putting together some video essays because I just want to do some different content for you guys. So that's where a lot of the site is going to be this year, is with doing that, working on new content, things for you guys. And then, of course, on those other platforms, I'll probably be doing some other things. I've got some other personal goals, of kind of working on some things with my personality, working on some self-confidence issues. So hopefully getting back out there will help with some of those issues and really trying to build this year. I'm also going to do some reading challenges, or at least set better goals. I want to read 24 books this year, at least one fiction and one nonfiction book a month. So, one each every month. Might do some more, and I might throw some quick reviews and stuff up on TikTok, just tell you how I'm progressing with that journey there. So another reason to follow my TikTok, and of course any of the social media platforms you can look up at Geek World Order. Easy enough. That's how you find me. Please subscribe. But TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, or X, I guess they call it now, plus Instagram. Those are where I'm the most active and where I'll spend the most focus. But I am trying to work on my overall health. Of course, my first book also launches February 1st. My goal is to write the second book. I've got a couple of ideas. I've got one more or less pretty much outlined and fleshed out, but I don't know if I want that to be the second story. I don't know if that's a good place for that idea. I might do one more before I write that, or if nothing else, I'll just write it. But hopefully I'll get the second book out before the end of the year. And I do want to start doing events. I'd love to go to conventions as an author, but obviously I need to get the first book published, and then we'll go from there. Of course, having the second book will help, but I would like to do conventions, book signings, local book meetings. So I'm going to research a lot of that, see if I can get some events together. I think that'd be cool. But I think overall, 2026, I think, is going to be a good year. I'm very much looking forward to it. You know, kind of getting back in the swing of things, getting a lot of working through some personal goals, some site goals. So there are definitely things that I want to work on. A lot of these are either like one and dones, or they're overall no set number of things. I know kind of some of the personality things I'm working on, my overall health goals. I don't have a number as far as a weight I want to be. I just want to see progress. I want to go in the gym. I want to work out longer. I guess really the only goal is I do want to run a 5K at the end of the year. So that's really the only thing that has a specific goal or deadline to it. Otherwise, if I'm in the gym lifting weights, I just want to see strength and progression. I just want to see myself getting healthier. If it comes with getting a better physique, things like that, that's cool. That's not my overall. I'm just kind of working on things that are going to help me in the long run, help me get through convention weekends better, build up endurance, stamina. So I'm probably going to start doing some cardio. I want to get back on DDP yoga, so I want to build up my endurance there, the flexibility, because conventions are insanely tough. And so I do want to make sure my body can physically handle them. But overall, I think 2026 is going to be a good year. I know some things are going to happen that are great. Right now, some things are in flux. I don't know if I'm going to be at MegaCon for the full weekend or just go out for a day or two. DragonCon, of course, is a definite. And there's some shows I'd love to get out to. I would love to get up to Augusta this year for Joe Fest. I've missed it the last 2 years, so I'd love to do that. You know, I'm open to new ideas, new conventions, but I definitely want to get a little bit out of Florida this year, travel a little bit. So, but at least those are my. DragonCon is the only confirmed show. There are other shows that I'm sure I will do for at least one day. That might be how things go this year. Just kind of seeing how overall my health does. I don't want to go too far, push things too hard. You know, I want to make sure I'm building everything up. This year is kind of, I think, is going to be a rebuilding year, getting to where we were with content in the previous years, convention frequency, things like that. But I need to progress at a good rate so I can stay healthy. But overall, that's my plan for 2026, guys. That's the plan, is to get out there, do things harder, because I feel like I've kind of been coasting the last couple of years, but I do want to make this year a really good year. I just turned 40. I don't want to be an old man 40. I want to be the cool, hip, still does things, still active 40. But that's where I am. That's where I want to be. So hopefully this year I can make that happen. But yeah, I'm going to start doing some things for my overall health. I want to get out there. I want to get more personable. So hopefully that's one of my things when I go to conventions. That's one of the big things I want to work on this year, is try to talk to the vendors, talk to people at the shows. Because I know that will build some great relationships. And I know my channel and working with vendors in the community, I know that's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good thing. It's going to build a community, and that's where we are. I want to turn this site into a community. I've thought about some things. We have the main page, but I've thought about starting a Facebook group. So, if you guys would join a Facebook group, let me know. Let me know in the comments. So, I'm brainstorming. If I've got a few ideas that I want to start putting into place, but then I also need to start brainstorming some ideas after that to sustain the growth and build the community. That's what we're looking for this year, especially specifically from Geek World Order. And I feel like it's going to happen. I am speaking it into existence. I'm manifesting it. We're going to have a good year. We are going to have a good year, and it's going to be awesome. And you guys are going to be part of it. And I am so glad that you have all stuck around this long. The site's been around for 15 years. I've been doing conventions for a long time. And I know this year is just a year I know I need to take things to another level. So I'm working on myself personally. So I need to work on myself internally, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. A lot of things that have to come together. And I think when I get those all together, a lot of good things are going to happen. So this is kind of our rebuilding year, guys. This is the year, things have been crazy the last few years, especially in the post-COVID era. And I know I kind of slacked, kind of coasted for a few years maybe. So I think this is the year that I need to get back on track, work on myself, work on the site. It's going to be an awesome year. I know I am saying it. Awesome things are going to happen. And I'm going to make it happen. So thank you all for joining me on this journey. Thank you for sticking around. But let's build this community together. Guys, that'll do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. All those things to help the algorithm. Please have a happy, blessed, safe new year. Guys, I'll see you in the next video.